It's Jover. The exploiters and the hackers have officially killed Pet Simulator 99. Maybe you're living under a rock and kind of just enjoying the game, grinding to get to the end, saving up your little diamonds so that you can get your first huge pet. Bless you. It honestly sounds nice because over on Discord and Twitter, things have been on fire. People are even so mad they're burning their plushies. So much so that I ended up making this post on Twitter. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I'll say this. You know when I put on this shirt right here, it's gonna be a dramatic video. And at the end, you're gonna be saying what's on it. So what do I mean that exploiters and hackers have killed the game? Honestly, I've been saying it for a while now. Don't believe me? Watch this. So to all those people who say that the booths were ruined, that the mailboxes were ruined, you can point your fingers at the exploiters of this game, who I have said many times is the reason this game is going downhill. But that's not the only thing slowly killing the game, because on top of all the bots and all the inflations and all the greedy people in the world, there's also the scammers. Every day it seems there's a new scam or a new way to exploit the game, and every time devs have to spend extra time combating it, keeping the game from going out of control. I swear I'm not a fortune teller. I just kind of see the writing on the wall. Because believe it or not, that's exactly what happened. A new exploit has come to ruin the game that we love, called Pet Simulator 99. Maybe love's a strong word. 2 days ago, something big happened right under all of our noses. At least that's what big games hoped would happen. And it has to do with the tech chest right here. You get a lot of things from the tech chest, but the one thing that you definitely want is the huge cyber agony. But wait, what's this? Out of nowhere, it has 52.4 thousand that exists. Bro, this update's been out for a while, but it hadn't been out for that long. In comparison, do you know what other huge has that many in existence? Oh, you know, the huge pumpkin cat that has been around since 2021 when Pet Simulator X came out and for 3 years was part of the Halloween event? Yeah, that pet. For comparison, if we go take a look at the World 1 chest, the Wizard Westie, only 41,000 exists, despite this chest being around since the game's creation. If we go over to the Pet Simulator 99 wrap webpage, you can actually see how much these things are worth, and what we really care about is how many are in existence. This is when the last update dropped. As you can see, 17,000 cyber agonies existed, and at the time they were worth about 63 million gems. So then what happened right here that had this massive increase, going from 30,000 to just 8 hours later be at 51,000 for an increase in 20,000 pets being hatched in an 8-hour time? I'll tell you this, the game didn't update. The tech chest here definitely didn't get a buff. What the heck happened? And well, you see that little thing right there that says tech chest requires key? What if that requires key was more of just a suggestion? That's what the exploiters thought when they found a vulnerability in the code, because all the exploiters had to do was execute a 3-line code, and they got 20,000 huge agonies and all of these other items for free. By the way, this is totally not a real code. I don't want to get banned. Needless to say, when they ran that code, they were able to hatch things out of the tech chest without needing a key, and they could just sit here and spam it forever. Now, I've been sitting here hatching about 25 to 30 keys, and yeah, I haven't been lucky. In fact, this entire time, I have only gotten one ever from this chest. Sometimes when you hatch things from this chest, you'll see a message. This message right here, your tech key was not consumed. I wonder what that would be like to have that happen every time. Well, you know who doesn't have to wonder? The exploiters. Because essentially that is what happened with them every single time. You'd go up there, you hatch it with the one key that you have, and it wouldn't consume it over and over and over again. I don't know how long the vulnerability has been in place, but judging by the sudden influx, it doesn't look like it had been around very long. They sort of tested it and then really tested it. My assumption is that it has something to do with the keys mastery here, because with the keys mastery, as you rank up in levels, you get 5% chance to keep your tech key after opening a chest, all the way down to level 90 where you get a 10% chance chance or a 2 times chance to get a free tech key. Basically, when they implemented this update, they introduced the new vulnerability. Or did they? Maybe I should say allegedly, because there's this video going around the internet from AlphaGG where he was actually contacted by the exploiters to get in contact with the dev team. Why would they do that, you ask? Well, they wanted to give away their information. But as every good exploiter knows, you don't give away information without a price. And what was that price? Well, if we look at Sizzle's Jelly Queen's video, you can actually see what they got. 4 exploiters got in touch with the developers, and the developers thought it was a crazy enough exploit that they deserve a 1 of 1. None ever existed before and probably will never exist again. Rainbow Shiny Titanic of their choosing. As long as it wasn't a serial number Titanic, meaning one that you got from a DLC drop, they would just spawn it in the game for them. So one of the exploiters went with a Titanic Neon Agony, one went with a Titanic Nightmare Cat. In this picture, you also see a Rainbow Shiny Titanic Cat and a Rainbow Shiny Titanic Atlantean Jellyfish. These 4 pets. And if you're beginning to see why everybody is mad, yeah, you're definitely justified. For now, let's refer back to AlphaGG's video.
Then these guys explain to me how they have a working dupe method in Pet Simulator 99, and instead of abusing it or selling the method to profit a ton and ruin the economy of the game, they asked me to get them in contact with the devs. Other developers were added to the group chat. We have David and Joey in here, and they ended up getting rewarded by the developers a shiny Rainbow Titanic of their choice each. I'm pretty sure they had a shiny Rainbow Cat, Atlantean Jellyfish, Nightmare, and Neon Agony. Like some of the best Titanics in the game.
It's so wild. It's so wild that they would pay that. It's insane. Most kids can't even get huge pets whatsoever. These 4 people ended up getting not only the most powerful pets in the game by far, forever, because no matter how much power you get in this game, it will stack because it's a rainbow, because it's a shiny, because it's a Titanic. It will always be the 4 most powerful pets in the game. On top of it being the most powerful, they are probably some of the most expensive pets you will ever see in this game, just because they gave away the information.
The developers only reward exploits like this if they are immediately taken to the devs and reported, instead of being abused and taken advantage of. Because if you think about it, the exploiters could have just duped tons of Titanics and cross-traded and sold the dupe method to a bunch of people and made tons of money and ruined the economy.
That's what they did. That's what they did. They did dupe it. They did. Please tell me, where else did this massive influx of pets come from then? It's actually really funny that Alpha made this video, because if we go a little bit further in this video, we actually see the trades that the exploiters gave Alpha just for getting them in touch with the developers. Because of this interaction, Alpha got a free Titanic here.
Gave me a shiny Rainbow Shadow Dominus, and then he gave me 2 billion gems and a bunch of other really good pets. Storm Agony, a bunch of rainbows, another Storm Agony.
It's a lot of stuff, but you're probably wondering, like, that's not really incriminating. What are you talking about? That just dude just getting things for getting information. Yeah, here's the incriminating part.
Huges, and then this Obscures guy, he gave
Obscures literally is showing you proof that he exploited. Look at this. All of these agonies. That's crazy all on its own. But what's crazier is if you look at the booth slot voucher. 31,000, 4.53 billion gems worth of booth slot vouchers. One of the items you can get on top of all this other stuff is a booth slot voucher right there. But maybe I'm just like trying to force things, and maybe he did get it legit. Maybe the person was a booth voucher collector and just decided, I don't need them anymore. There is still a little benefit of doubt. That is until this video surfaced. Somebody recorded the exploiters talking with each other. I don't know who, I don't know where it came from, but these are the exploiters, and this is them talking about the exploit that they had just given information about how to fix.
No, once people started finding out, like you see that
this
little
is
fight.
us. This is
that's us, and then the other
This is
person.
when
That's
people
when
start
other
finding
people.
it.
4 hours, we saw a huge spike.
The total number, according to this website, is 24,000.
Oh.
I told you, I knew it was broken, dude. We knew it was broken. That's why we started using it. Dude, we were getting thousands every night. Just thousands of users every night.
We knew it was broken, and that's why we started using it. We were getting thousands every night. What?
88 of them in like an hour and a half.
We were not snitching though. We couldn't snitch because it would get instantly patched and we wouldn't be able to get paid.
I'm sorry. Did everybody else hear that part? We couldn't sell it or talk about it because we couldn't get paid and we didn't want it to get patched immediately. What that basically means is that the exploiters who are supposed to be rewarded for giving the information without using it were rewarded after they used it. Allegedly. I mean, it's still possible that maybe that was somebody else. Maybe it was an actor. I don't know. But as you can guess, people are mad. So who's still playing Pet Simulator 99? Backs up into the bushes so they don't have to admit it's them. This wasn't the right decision by the Pet Simulator 99 devs, and I hope they fix it. Those are cool pets, and there's a 100% chance they'll be sold for cash if anyone is interested. It's interesting Renwalk said that because almost immediately after it happened, this person said, hey everyone, thanks to talented fan, we have found a Pet Sim 99 dupe, and we are all being paid a rainbow shiny Titanic for it. Here's Coder Joey actually telling David to reward them a 1-of-1 Titanic each, and then this is literally obscure the next minute saying, hey, 100,000 USD. That's a US dollars for those that don't know. The NightFoxx says cross trading. You can't do. You really think they freaking care? You really think the exploiters care about cross trading? Some people like Sizzle's Jelly Queen said that we spent so much time and money on this game. Please, Preston and devs, your community loves this game. Fix it. Thank you, everyone. Sizzle's Jelly Dad. They basically stated that they weren't going to be buying a single plushie going forward as long as this was not fixed. Now, Sizzle's actually hopped into a Discord chat with the exploiters and got their side of the story. Let's see what happened. Here they all are talking about if it was fine that they could use the information. This is them saying, yeah, go for it. Don't incriminate us. They said half wasn't even us. Other people knew. If it got found out, it would be impossible to wipe all the huges. We tried to report it 2 days ago. We tried to report it right when we found it, but the devs didn't respond, which I guess means that's why AlphaGG was actually brought into the mix. They went on to say, of course, we're not going to report it without getting something out of it. Nobody would. Coilus didn't even believe that we had the dupe, which again was confirmed in Alpha's video. Sorry, we wanted something out of it. We aren't trying to harm anything. Most people would do the same. And then it goes on to show Coder Joey saying, give me a compiled list in which username it should be sent to. This is what they wanted. This is who it was supposed to go to. And that was it. Because none of us were flies on the wall, we don't exactly know what happened. All we do know is that exploits were done. They were used a little bit by the exploiters, maybe not a lot. That part's still kind of up in the air. They told Big Game staff about it, and the Big Game staff rewarded them for the information. And honestly, that's something that is done in the real world. Microsoft's done it. Roblox has done it. They call them ethical hackers. An ethical hacker, also known as a white hat hacker, is employed to legally break into computers and networks to test an organization's overall security. They find the vulnerabilities and then they work on patching them. And looking at the average salary for the US, it looks like various states have them making 6 figures because the exploiters were right. Not telling them about the vulnerabilities and having it run rampant will end up breaking the game. So the Big Game's dev team actually did do something right. Sort of. You see, what should have happened is that the exploiters should have been paid, but not with in-game items that would further break the game. They should have been compensated money for it. Sizzles actually even asked them about it, and they all said that they would have rather been paid IRL money instead of getting an in-game item. It's just the in-game item doesn't cost the devs anything, while IRL money actually does. I see why Big Games did what they did. It just has a lot of negative implications behind it. People who have actually purchased things in the game, like this person right here who has spent $3,000 on IRL merch at the age of 15 with his own money. He's been a legit player his entire time. Just got upstaged in 2 seconds by an exploiter. In fact, if we go back to AlphaGG's channel, he actually also said this.
One of the guys has already been offered like 70-something Titanics, and multiple of them are rainbow from a top leaderboard player.
70-something Titanics for the one Titanic pet. I myself have about 35. Let me put this into perspective for you. Oh, I'm not done. every single one of these boxes has a Titanic in it. And honestly, I still don't have enough boxes. All of that. Everything I have bought, $50,000 worth of merch, still does not equal the 1-for-1 pet that they got. I get paying for information, but I don't get overpaying so much that it entirely breaks the economy. All right, pause. I'm editing this video, and of course, while I recorded and edited, there's new developments. I mean, this is how drama works. Winrocks actually said, since I know devs love my advice, why not create a special Titanic? The Hacker Prize Titanic, not regular, not a rainbow shiny. Hopefully super limited, and you give that out as a reward for white hat hacking, otherwise known as an ethical hacker. We talked about this earlier. Give Cassie like 50 of them. Oh yeah, for those that don't know, the other piece of drama is that Cassie here got banned from Pet Simulator 99 for speaking out about the hack situation, and overall just being mad that she actually didn't get compensation for all the exploits and all the vulnerabilities that she actually presented to the dev team. All that she got was a thanks. So yeah, she was a little mad, said some things, did some stuff, got banned, said giving out rainbow shiny Titanics that would be sold for 10,000 each. All you're doing is putting a target on Big Game's back. Pet Sim is a game a large amount of us really like. And now if you invite smart hackers to hold you and all of us up for 10K, rinse and repeat, let's see who gets the next 4. Basically meaning that if these hackers got compensated so well, you can better believe other hackers are gonna try to do the same. There is an update to it. It said, update on this. Apparently most of the exploited huges were deleted. Very glad the devs did that. Now let's address the rainbow shinies. I think a fair solution is what I listed below. Give the white hackers their own balloon cap. Maybe a Titanic white balloon cap. The 4 people would just switch their rainbow shinies for that. Seems like a good solution. Make them untradeable or delete them. One of the exploiters said, hey, David, we realized that we were banned and unbanned to wipe the agonies. Talented is still banned and would like to know why or receive an unban. Also, considering all the feedback from the community, what about creating a Titanic white balloon and deleting our rainbow shinies? That way we aren't destroying the value of constantly big contributors to the game, causing them to want to leave. I understand why many YouTubers and partners are upset about the Titanics we were given, so our suggestion is to create our own balloon cat. Thank you, there is a God! See, there's no bad parties here. A lot of misinformation was going around. This is why we talk about drama. Talk about the drama, you complain on Twitter, and answers are received. The exploiters are looking for a solution. The devs are looking for a solution. We can all go back to enjoying this game right here, you know, until the next vulnerability happens. Like, I don't know, the clan wars and how the Goop clan has this special script that is literally making them go so far ahead of everybody, including our own team that has some of the most elite players in the game. According to Connor, though, it seems that they're going to be forced out into the light soon, and there's more news later. Guess we'll have to wait and see. But I do appreciate that the dev teams are actually speaking out on things a lot more. Some people just seem to work on it a little bit. The point of all this is, devs, please hire an ethical hacker. Someone that can find these vulnerabilities and take care of them before you have to do things like this. Also, I love how AlphaGG was like, hey, don't break the economy by selling all the items and stuff that you get from the dupe method. And then literally not, I don't know, 24 hours later, he's selling all the items he got from the dupe method. Bro, it's a wild time in Pet Simulator 99. Anyway, I'd love your thoughts on the matter. My personal thoughts actually can be summed up in what I said to Rambling or Mool. I would suggest smaller updates. And I basically said, yeah, I agree. Smaller updates would be better for us all. This also means the less stuff there is, the less stuff that can go wrong. It's easy to overlook massive vulnerabilities when there's so much new stuff. Also to the devs, if you want to go through and make all these pets that you gave away for free, if you want to make those untradeable so that they won't actually break the economy, we'll just consider this a lesson learned and we'll all move on with our lives. Just please don't ban me for making this video. I've clearly got way too much invested in this game. Just like you're gonna be invested in this next video you click for me. I promise. I'm not scamming anybody. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Drop your username in the comments below, as I'll be giving away 3 huge sketch corgis.
Bro, my office.
Oh no!